Stop me if you've heard this one. Once upon a time in a made-up country called Spain, everyone believed the earth was flat, except for one man named Christopher Columbus, who thought otherwise. He proposed to the Queen that the earth was round, and everyone thought he was crazy. So he set out into the ocean to sail around the world and found America, and at that point, he proved the earth was round. Does it sound familiar? Well, it actually shouldn't, because basically none of that story was true. Yes, Spain is a real country. No, Christopher Columbus did not discover America. He arrived in the Caribbean, and they did not think the earth was flat. That came up after Columbus died, in fact. If it isn't clear, this is an argument against the flat earth society or theory, depending on what you call them. I just call them wrong. Hello everyone, it's your boy, the Eternal Potato, back at it with another school-related science video, where today I am debunking the flat earth theory. First was Martian potatoes, then Pluto's planet title, and now we're going to stop the flat earth society right in their tracks. Now, let's begin. Okay, fun fact, I have only 3 minutes to cram out as much information as I can, so I'm going to be talking very, very fast. If you missed something, you are open to rewatch the video. For those unfamiliar with the crazy flat earth theory, here are its basics. It's a flat circle accelerating through space at 9.8 meters per second squared, given gravity. All images of Earth are either made up or through a fisheye lens. Everyone has believed the Earth is flat since ancient times. Anyone who's just heard the Earth is round, they've never actually seen it because they've never gone to space. If that doesn't just sound ridiculous, then you have some therapy in your future. Let's stop this thing by starting off with my least favorite subject, history. Believe it or not, Columbus was not the first to sail to the New World. Junior skeptic editor Daniel Loxton says, quote, "We now know that Norse Vikings had reached the shores of Canada 500 years earlier," end quote. Also, people have known that the Earth was round for a long time. Since the ancient Greeks, in fact. A Greek philosopher named Eratosthenes? However that guy's name is pronounced, he figured out the Earth was round by using sticks and an eyeball. As strange enough as it sounds, it makes sense given the long distances you could make this work out. I'll spare you the details of the actual math. Speaking of math, let's talk about that of a round Earth, because that actually makes sense, shall we? A round Earth obeys physics. That sounds like it should be a poster in a physics professor's room. Anyways, I'll just spare you the long page of details I wrote and just tell you one thing, that lunar eclipses are not possible with flat Earth. I've actually seen both types of eclipses, a total lunar eclipse and a partial solar eclipse. Thanks to Bandcamp for keeping me from seeing go into totality. Lunar eclipses occur when the moon is behind the Earth while directly in line with the sun. This creates some red hue on the moon with light from the sun going through the atmosphere of the Earth, which gives it also the nickname of blood moon. If the Earth was flat, a lunar eclipse has no way of being possible, because the Flat Earth Society's depiction of the Earth is it with the moon and sun above it, which is not possible to get the moon behind the Earth to give it the lunar eclipse. It can't happen. But this isn't about the moon after all, it's about flat Earth, which means we should do one thing. Find out if the Earth was flat. Okay, at this point I know I'm just beyond the time limit I have, but screw that, we're doing science, you can't stop me if you want to try. Well, actually you can, there's a pause button, but you're literally gonna miss the best part of the video. Anyway, to start off with figuring out what this flat disk would be like, we gotta do some math. I'll just save you the long descriptions of this part and just say that diameter would be 12,742 kilometers with a thickness of 2,123 meters. And if you do some math, those can actually help equate to Earth's actual mass, which could make it all work out in the end. So, you could actually technically make a flat Earth if you had 6 sextillion, I'm pretty sure sextillion or septillion tons of material and a lot of patience. But there's a problem. Gravity. Remember, flat Earth is accelerating through space at 9.8 meters per second squared. Earth would be constantly accelerating for however long it's been in existence. How fast would that be, you may ask? Too fast to comprehend the night sky. It's true. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old, which means if it was flat, it has been accelerating for 4.5 billion years. Through converting that time into seconds and using that along with acceleration would give us the final velocity using the velocity equations where v equals u plus at, where a is acceleration, t is time, and u is starting velocity, which would have to be 0 given they have to start from something. The final velocity would be, drumroll please, bad drumroll effect here, 1.39166 times 10 to the 18th power meters per second, or around 4 billion times 3. What? How is that possible, guys? It's not! You can't make something go that fast in that many times the speed of light. If we were going that fast, the sun orbiting above the Earth, according to them, would not be able to get its light anywhere else on the Earth except anything directly below it, which means all you would see is sunlight. Because light travels the speed of light. It's a universal rule of physics. That's ignoring what happens to people and mass at that speed. Because it can't. Even if it could, it just flat out wouldn't exist. It would end up killing itself. It can't do that. Flat Earthers, hate to say it, but your image of Earth is flat out impossible. There's no way that it could ever exist. Just do me a favor. In the morning, go outside, watch the sunrise. Because there's no way that could happen with a flat Earth at all. Everyone should just let the flat Earth idea die, because at this point it's annoying, and those of us who have actually worked out the math multiple times, like me, we're just sick of hearing it, and we just want it to stop. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you, everyone, for watching this. At this point, you're free to stop the video if you're my teacher, who has been showing this from the class for my presentation, because I did not feel like doing anything important and felt like doing another video because I'm that original would work. But clearly it did. You just watched it and you just saw my complete reasoning on the Earth being round. I stopped that since way too long. That's why I hate English class. I've said it way too many times. It's fine. Fun fact, that's actually what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a argumentative paper we wrote that we had presented in some way. Which, you know, being me, I went to the science extremes to flat Earth. If you want to see more upcoming science and gaming videos, I may make a few gaming science videos, like the Man Manipulator from Starbound. I've worked that out. It's not that friendly to look at. It's pretty scary, but didn't realize. Anyways, subscribe if you want more of that. If you're wondering where everything else that I made went, like all the 50s of series I've made, well, my computer's hard drive got wiped, so everything is gone. I even typed the script up on the laptop I used for the HTC Vive, and rather than use that for my gaming, I'm keeping I have a separate one that I've been using for a few years, just because it saves using disk space on the Vive computer, which lets it keep running smoothly for Super Hot, because that game is hard to dislike. Trust me, I almost threw up. It was so bad. If you want to know more about this essay this is based on, I'll leave the link in the description below, along with some probably photocopied math I take out of my math notes and put PDFs of them in or something. At this point, I'm over 1,000 words, and I'm way over the time limit, but if you're still watching this, just talking to my teacher now, if you're still watching this at this point, you have every opportunity to stop it, but, you know, I'm just gonna stop, because what am I? Yeah, I'm at too much. Oh well, 4 minutes, do some math, boo, boo, I'm at about a 7-minute presentation. Oh well. You can't rush science. It's taken a long time to do a lot of science stuff in the world. Well, then again, like 2 minutes of this is just me talking, so it's more like 5. Oh well, goodbye.